Yeah,
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Buh-bye.
I don't get it.
There's nothing to get. Buh-bye.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for those SNL quotes that we break out in our everyday lives on a fairly regular basis.
If you want your mom to have a day filled with fun, look no further. New York's hottest club is
Number 10, Superstar. Sometimes when we get nervous about ranking a list, we stick our hands under our armpits and then we smell them.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I smell them like that.
If you're a fan of 90s Saturday Night Live, then you're laughing, or at least smiling right now. If you're not, you probably think we're kinda gross. Well, to the latter, we just have to say that we're definitely not gross. We're a superstar.
Spelling bee!
Mary Catherine Gallagher was one of the first breakout SNL characters of the second half of the 1990s, and her catchphrase declaring herself a superstar was one of the reasons why.
Yes, thanks very much.
Superstar!
Talk to a true fan, and you'll get the quote along with the forward lunge and the arms raised as well. Number 9. I live in a van down by the river. Well, la-dee-freaking-da. Chris Farley was a true force of nature during his time on Saturday Night Live, and maybe no character of his exemplifies said force better than motivational speaker Matt Foley. From his sarcastic la-dee-freaking-da to his constant references to his living situation, Farley's Foley is forever ingrained in our minds.
Kinda wanna be a writer.
Well, la-dee-frickin-da! We got ourselves a writer here!
It comes out more often than you might think. Also, just try and tell people you live in a van down by the river without also hunching over, grabbing your belt, and twisting from side to side. Because we can't.
First off, I am 35 years old, I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
We do skip the falling through the coffee table part, though.
Here's you, here's Matt, there's you, there. Whoops-a-daisy.
Number 8. What are you doing here?
Devin? What are you doing here?
What do you do when you walk into a room and see someone you weren't expecting? Do you simply say hi and ask them what they're doing here? That must be because you've never seen the Californians sketch on SNL. If you had, then there's no way you could find yourself in such a situation and not muster up your best over-the-top West Coast accent for an elongated, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
If the person responds with the precise driving route they took to get here, you know they're a fan also.
What are you doing here?
I live here, Devin. I could ask you the same thing, and I think I will. What are you doing here?
Number 7. You look marvelous.
Barbara, you look marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
Anyone could say you look good, but only a Saturday Night Live fan will say you look marvelous. It's not just about the words, it's also about that Latin lover accent that Billy Crystal used to bring his Fernando character and his popular catchphrase to life.
My friends, I cannot tell you. You look marvelous. I'm looking at a reflection of myself. Look.
Given that these sketches date back to the early mid-1980s, the catchphrase might not resonate as much with the younger generation. It was so big back in the day, though, that Crystal had a hit single with it.
You look marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
It's never hard to find an opportunity to use it either, and it makes people feel good, whether they get the reference or not. Number 6. We are two wild and crazy guys. Mention the Festrunk brothers, and you'll probably be met with some blank stares. Tell them that you are a wild and crazy guy, and see those stares change to looks of happy recognition.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
While it works as a solo statement, we prefer to break this one out at parties with a friend.
Now are the foxes!
In a party situation, there's no shortage of moments where the two of you can't belt out, "We are two wild and crazy guys," while of course doing the requisite body-shaking dance moves.
Now you know we are Two wild and crazy guys!
Number 5, Buh-bye. Think about how many times you say bye every day, every week. It's an opportunity ripe with potential. If only you had a quote/catchphrase that fit. Well, we do.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Excuse me, could you tell me...
Bye-bye. I'm sorry, what? What part didn't you understand? The buh or the bye? Bye-bye.
This sketch sees David Spade and Helen Hunt play flight attendants saying goodbye to the passengers as they debark the plane. They don't just say goodbye. They say bye-bye with all the ungrateful and snarky attitude imaginable.
You have been rude to me the entire flight. No, I wanted a blanket and you never brought it to me. And I will.
It's such a simple premise, and yet it quickly made its way into our popular culture lexicon back in the 90s and remains there to this day. 1, 2, 3, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks a lot.
Number 4, I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves, I'll give you a topic. Mike Myers created so many amazing characters on Saturday Night Live and provided a generation with more quotes and catchphrases than we knew what to do with. If we're getting dressed in front of someone, we can act shy like Simon and tell them to stop looking at our bum.
I'm having my bath now. But don't look at my bum. Don't look at my bum, that's it. Bum looker, cheeky monkey.
If we're getting overwhelmed, we channel Linda Richman and declare that we are, of course, verklempt.
Now I'm getting emotional. I'm a little verklempt.
Perhaps our favorite coffee talk quote has gotta be, talk amongst yourselves, I'll give you a topic. Those of you who can remember some of the specific conversation topics she provided have an advantage. Otherwise, it's time to test your on-the-spot improv skills.
Now I'm getting a little verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
Number 3, we're not worthy. Speaking of Mike Myers, no SNL sketch of his garnered more fanfare and produced more quotes than Wayne's World. When it comes to Wayne and Garth, the question isn't which quotes, but which one do we start with? The slightly un-PC swing and the iconic contradictory knot might not see the constant use they did decades ago. We still like to throw them in there sometime for a little retro cred.
Swing!
With friends, the party on Wayne, party on Garth call and response is still a classic.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.
And yes, we're the ones who will still drop down to our knees and declare that we're not worthy. And no, it isn't always done ironically either.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Number 2, well, isn't that special? So why wasn't the church lady's famous quote at number 1 on our list? Whose fault is that? Could it be Satan?
Who could it be? Who could it be? I just can't imagine who. Could it be Satan?
Nope. The Lord of the Underworld had nothing to do with this one's position on our list. But there's no doubting the special place this church chat quote holds in our SNL loving hearts. You know we love us some good sarcasm. And the church ladies, well, isn't that special, is sarcastic gold when it comes to the references from the long-running show.
Well, isn't that special?
If you can follow it up with Dana Carvey's church lady dance moves, that's just bonus points.
This has been Church Chat with the Church Lady.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Pizza Eater. We can't have pizza for dinner without screaming, Pizza Eater! At least a few times.
Barb, right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Pizza Eater!
Lay off me, I'm starving. The diet starts Monday.
I thought you were trying to lose weight.
Lay off me, I'm starving!
Good times. This one gets a little more use than sweaty balls, but just a little.
Santa's fun. Neat. Yeah, it's fun. Fun. Like good times. Good times. It's neat.
I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. The only reason we like getting sick is that we get to say this.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I can see Russia from my house. Quoting Tina Fey, quoting Sarah Palin. How meta are we?
I believe that diplomacy should be the cornerstone of any foreign policy.
And I can see Russia from my house.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. New York's hottest club is This Place Has Everything. With his intricate and off-the-wall club descriptions, Weekend Update city correspondent Stefan cracked up audiences and himself for years on the show.
If you want fun, then listen to this. New York's hottest club is Slice. Club promoter Gay Liotta is back, and this time he's gone crazy.
If we could quote a full club description from one or more of his appearances, that would be amazing. Regardless of that, when someone asks us for advice on where they should go in the city, we can't help but respond, New York's hottest club is, followed by, This Place Has Everything, and our own weird combination of attractions.
This place has everything. Glass, steam, bear traps, and just when you think the fun is over, knock knock, who's there? It's Black George Washington.
Whether you want to always go with New York or swap in the name of your city, that's up to you. Dealer's choice.
And this place has everything. Split kicks, pachucos, pile after pile of expired Lunchables, a Hawaiian cleaning lady that looks like Smokey Robinson.
What SNL quotes are you busting out on a regular basis? Let us know in the comments.
I'm going to do a great show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.